helped us a lot. They've given us 3 turnovers, and now they want a timeout. There's timeout on the field with a score, Lebanon 21, Columbia nothing. Columbia, and Columbia's Bell is going to attempt a 44-yard field goal, and it will come from the right hash mark. Columbia trying to get on the board. Todd Bell with 9 seconds to go. Lebanon leads 21-0 right before the half. Snap is back. The placement's down. And kick is long and high and short. Short about 3 or 4 yards. He got a pretty good foot into it, and it hit about 3 or 4 yards short. It might have been a little bit to the right. No good. And the score stays 21-0. 4 seconds to go in the half. Lebanon will probably just take a knee and go in with a 21-0 lead.
Bruce, that's a pretty good kick by Bell on a wet surface as his plant foot, you know he doesn't have a good plant as he approaches the tee. Slippery and wet. He only misses it by a couple of yards. And as you said, look for Lebanon just to down that football, let the clock run out, and we'll get out of here with a 21-0 lead at the half.
Lebanon's got Triplett coming up at quarterback, and he's sending a couple of wide out. I assume he's just going to run a dive or take a knee. He takes it and runs a sweep. Moss gets outside, cuts it back in. He's got 5. He's got 10. He's got 12 yards. Well, there don't take anything for granted. He almost broke that thing. He went all the way to the 37 and a half, comes to an end. Well, he got knocked down on the 32, I think. About a 12-yard game and into the first half. Lebanon 21. Columbia 0.
Following. Beard Construction. Burchett Ford Subaru. Fakes and Hooker. First Bank and Trust, 3 locations, Mount Juliet, Hermitage, and Lebanon. K.O. Lester Cash and Carry. Lebanon Cablevision. Permapipe Division of Midwestco. Piggly Wiggly. Rochelle McCullough and Alls. Rock Tin Company. Toshiba America. TRW Commercial Steering Division. And by Women's Health Center PC. Please let our sponsors know that you enjoy the telecast.
Which burned our cornerback, but cornerback evidently got held up inside. We'll take it back up to you and get ready for the second half.
Okay, thank you, John. As our sideline mic working well tonight, John will be bringing us the post-game show with Coach Mark Medley on Lebanon Cablevision 3. And this hello to the good folks that are listening to us Saturday morning on KM Country Radio 1090. We appreciate the opportunity to do the game for you folks and hope you're enjoying this play-by-play call of Lebanon Columbia as the Blue Devils lead by a score of 21-0. Terry, if you've got just a quick overview on some of our stats there in the first half, what about those first half numbers quickly?
Tommy, Lebanon dominating the first half, 122 total yards in the first half, 102 on the ground, 20 through the air. Columbia with only 14 total yards, a -8 on the ground in the first half, 22 yards passing. Lebanon again leading in total yardage, 14 to 122. The leading ground gainer for Lebanon in the first half, Jade Sellers, 6 carries, 51 yards, 1 touchdown. Steve Rose with a couple of touchdowns. Lebanon winning, dominating in the first half, 21-0.
For the Blue Devils, kicking off to start this second half of action will be the senior John Bryson. Deep to return for the Lions will be Tim Sewell. One of the up men will be Ricky Barton, and the other man will be Dial as the second half of this football game ready to get underway.
Bryson to kick off. Bryson kicks it high, not too deep, and it'll be taken on the 16. Up to the 20, 25, little hole, 25, 30, 37-yard line. They broke our coverage that time. And Dow got it up to the 37-yard line. Pretty good return, Terry Stafford.
From the 16, Bruce, up to the 37, 21 yards on the return.
So Columbia has pretty decent field position as they open the second half, trailing 21-0. Blue Devils are on top. They'll go on defense. Halls and Hasty are the tackles. I think Cantrell's the nose. No, yes, he is. Marscadelli and Adams are the ends. Linebackers Rose and Sellers, they take it and run across. Inside, got a couple of yards, got 5 yards, maybe got 6. He crossed the 40, crossed the 45, and got knocked down on the 46 and got 7 out of it. They run across, handed the ball to Dowell, and he got 7 yards. So Columbia comes out running, 7-yard gain. Lebanon 21, Columbia 0 on a night where the rain came early, but it has not rained any during the game, but the field is pretty soggy down there, but it's held up pretty good so far. Take it, run the fullback, straight up the middle, good yardage, first down across the 50, all the way down to our 47. They just take it and run Barton right up the middle, and he just pranced through there, and nobody was there to meet him. Went all the way to our 47, got a first down.
So some of the best success that Columbia has had so far this evening coming early here in the second half as the fullback Barton breaks loose on a good run right up the middle.
Barton's a fullback, Dowell's a tailback, Cooper's a quarterback, takes it, gives it fullback, same play, up the middle, across the 45, got to the 44, down under, I think Tony Cantrell hit him, Sellers was there, and Marscadelli. Tony Cantrell, I think, tripped him up. He got about 2 or 3 out of it, gave him 3, second and 7.
And maybe they figured the best way to deal with Tony Cantrell is to run straight at him, because running sideways and letting Tony get in pursuit has not worked at all. Maybe they're just going to take their chances and run the angles.
The big center that's blocking him weighs 250. He's a senior, Hammond. They send a wide split into the right. Wishbone. Cooper calling signals, takes it. Dive option, cuts it in. Man, he got hit hard on the 43. He tried to run that option, and Adams hit him, and Hughes hit him, and somebody else, I think, Rose. And man, did Cantrell eat that center up that time.
Bruce, you're absolutely right.
I was watching, you was too.
He knocked the center back just as the football was snapped, and there was a pile about 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Hammond and Cantrell, and the quarterback Cooper was fortunate to get a deep step and to get around because Tony just moved that whole pile backwards.
Columbia in a big third down situation here. 3rd and 6.5, I guess. Back to pass, looking for a screen over here. They catch it and get across the 45 and don't get a whole lot out of it. Little screen over to Dowell, and he crossed the 45, and I think he got to the 43, and I may put it between the 42 and the 43, but it's 4th down and 5 yards to go. I think Columbia will punt, but they're down 3 touchdowns. I'm not sure. We better look for our fate maybe here, Tommy.
Well, I'm looking for Bell, a guy who'd been in punt formation. Yes, he's back in there in punt formation. They list Bell as a split-end safety. He's a junior. Deep to return for Reeder, standing at the 10-yard line.
Reeder is on the 10, snap his back, and the punt is away. It's a pretty good one, and it's going to get a good roll. It may roll down inside the 5, and it goes all the way to the 1-yard line. Great punt. All the way to the 1. Reeder let it hit. It hit on about the 10 and it rolled on that wet turf to the 1-yard line. We've got to go 99 yards, Terry. Pretty good punt.
Great punt by Todd Bell. 41 yards. They down it on the 11 and 1-yard line. Lebanon with 99 yards to go.
The good thing is we're up 21-0. 8:25 to go in the 3rd quarter. Lebanon and Columbia, a non-district game. Next week it'll be a home game with Hendersonville. 7:30 kickoff time. Flanker out to the right, split into the left. I set Sellers is 7 yards deep. Take the ball. We're going to pass. We're looking for Thompson deep. Long pass. Mo Thompson caught. Mo makes a move on him up on the 28. Greg Triplett has threaded the needle again. He's hit Mo Thompson up on the 28. Lebanon comes out something like Mark Starr would do. Tommy?
Bruce, I was just getting ready to say how with a 21-0 lead, we'd probably be satisfied to run 3 running plays in there and kick it out of there. But Mark Medley rolling the dice, but he's got a senior quarterback. That's a pretty good gamble. The fade route to Mo Thompson. Terry, how far on that passing catch?
27 yards on the passing catch. Lebanon on their own 28, first down.
Triplett hit Mo, and he caught it. Run that draw to Sellers. Straight up the middle. 5-35. Runs over a man or tries to on the 38. Jay Sellers just picked up about 11 as we run that draw. Was that Moss? It was Moss. Check it. Charles Moss ran it instead of Sellers. Moss came up hurt maybe a little bit too. First down, 11-yard gain.
And Bruce, we've got a play pass off of that draw look where we fake it in there to the tailback, and we'll try to hit the tight end on the curl, and that's a play that we might set up a little bit later now that we've had some success with that draw play.
Moss was a runner. He goes out, so does Cantrell. In at tailback now is Sellers. Fullback is Rose. Take the ball, they run Rose right up the middle. He's got 5 yards, maybe 4.5. Run a trap. We trap him in the middle, across the 40, go to the 42, close to the 43. Steve Rose, senior running back, got 4 yards, 2nd and 6. Lebanon leading 21-0. 6:57 to go in the third quarter at Columbia.
That offensive front has done a job tonight, Bruce. Bob Belcher, Shane Thorne, Scott Workman, Bubba Jennings, and Scott Kaiser up front. And as always, Chavez Jobe, one of the top blocking tight ends you'll find anywhere.
And he's also been an excellent receiver in spring or in the scrimmages. Yet to catch one tonight. Back to pass, triplet over the middle, knocked down, almost intercepted, and is picked off by Tim Sewell. We were trying to hit Mo Thompson on a slant. Sewell stepped in front, intercepted it, went to the turf as soon as he intercepted it, right on the 50, maybe on our 40, into the territory on their 49.
Great athletic move by Tim Sewell. Sewell, the senior defensive back, cut right in front of Mo Thompson, the intended receiver. Nice athletic move, and Columbia takes over the football on Lebanon's first turnover of the night.
Ball's on the 49 in Columbia territory. Lebanon and a 50. Now they're running a strong safety, jamming him up in the line. We shot him.